Hey guys, my name is Moon and welcome back for more Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 4, Himatsubushi. So, last time, Akasaka had a tour of Hinamizawa, right? And there, he found a little, or he met, a little Rika-chan, right? And then later, Rika-chan became a little bit different. It was kind of not creepy or scary, honestly. It was fascinating seeing that mystery, seeing another mystery. Right? It was nice. It was nice seeing that. So yes, let us just continue the story and let's start it. Continue. Where do we end up today? The phone suddenly rang. I woke up in a hurry. The clock read 9 p.m.
しまった。定時連絡の時間を寝過ごした。
I picked up the receiver.
赤坂様、外線からお電話が入っておりますが、おつなぎしてもよろしいでしょうか。ご同僚の加納様と申されております。
Kano-sama? I knew it. I didn't call in, so they had phoned me.
すみません。つないでください。
かしこまりました。おつなぎしますので、一度受話器を置いてお待ちください。
After I had put down the receiver for a few seconds, the phone began to ring again.
はい、もしもし。赤坂です。
赤坂くん、加納です。お疲れ様。定時連絡がなかったので、こちらからかけました。そちらの状況はどう？
Leaving the lecture for later, my senior coworker got straight to the point.
今日は、ひなみざ村へ実島に行きました。観光客を装うことで、村長以下の何人かの刺繍同盟の要人との接触に成功。何も聞き出すには至りませんでしたが、好印象を得て、明日以降へのつなぎを作ることができました。
そう。なかなか手際がいいね。赤坂くんのどこか初々しい感じがむしろ武器になったのかもしれないね。まずは上守備ってところかな。
比較するほど経験がないので、上守備かはわかりませんが。とりあえず、今日のところは順調だと思います。
県警での情報や地元警察の公安での情報と照らしてどう？鬼ヶ淵刺繍同盟は白っぽい？
I still didn't know. I should have been able to say that immediately. I only had to say that, but for some reason I hesitated.
まだ調査中ですので、なんとも。
そう。なるべく早めにね。分かってると思うけど、今夜が終われば誘拐から丸4日が経過する。いつが時間切れという明白な区切りはないけど、時間の経過は確実に我々の状況を不利にしていく。それは分かってるよね。
ええ。分かっています。迅速に。だけれど、細心の注意で調査を続けます。
うん。くれぐれも気をつけてね。相手は暴力主義団体なんだから。油断すれば危険もあり得るからね。危険が迫ったらすぐに連絡を。その場合は地元公安に応援体制を入れられるようにするからね。
ありがとうございます。頑張ります。
他に赤坂くんの方から連絡はある？
I reported several bits of supplementary information, and at the very end, I decided to ask.
そちらの調査の進展はどうですか？
うん。こっちもみんな頑張ってるけど、なかなかはかどらないよ。何しろ、調べる団体が星の数だからね。だから、 君の方の団体も白だと分かったらすぐに帰郷して、他の職員の応援に入ってもらいたいんだよ。室長は鬼ヶ淵も洗っとけって言ってるけど、俺は鬼ヶ淵なんかの反ダム住民団体なんかは今回の件全く無縁だと思ってるからね。職員一人を一団体調べさせるためだけに出張させるのはすごく痛いよ、ほんと。
At this point, he was just complaining. He was telling me to stop taking time enjoying my trip to finish up and get back quick.
なるべく早めにケリをつけるようにします。
うん、よろしくね。じゃあ他に何もなければ切るよ。
はい。特にありません。
As we were ending our call, he scolded me thoroughly for being late with my regular report. After that, I hung up the phone and sprawled out on the bed. Come to think of it, I hadn't heard anything from Ooshi. He was supposed to contact me about a time and place to meet with the informant tonight. Yeah, I actually completely forgot about that. I thought about getting angry at Ooshi in retaliation for being scolded for forgetting my daily report. Come to think of it though, Ooshi didn't really say anything other than that he was going to call tonight. Waiting for a phone call when you didn't know what time it was going to come was in itself rather difficult. There we go. Just when I thought that the phone rang, I picked up the receiver in a hurry.
もしもし。
これはびっくりしました。赤坂さん、あなた受話器取るの早いですね。警官辞めても大企業の営業で十分飯が食えますよ。
まだ警官辞めた後のことなんか考えたこともありません。
そこまで過剰に反応されると面白いなあ。しかしいけないなあ。因果な商売ですし、今から考えても遅くないですよ。
A little lewd fun.
遠慮いたしますので、本題に入ってください、大石さん。
そうですか。それは残念です。じゃあ老後の話は次の機会にでも。では本題に。
Dude, I like the music. Yeah, I love the music in this chapter a lot. Different music we're hearing all the time. Many of the executives in the Onigafuchi Guardians had a lot of sway in the neighboring regions. Even in Okonomiya, there were a lot of people with relations in the village. That's why meeting in Shishibone Market District, far from Okonomiya, was a matter of course.
Akasakaさん、こっちこっち。ちょっと迷いましたが、北口からの方が遠回りだけど道は分かりやすかったかもしれませんね。
いえ、遅れて申し訳ありませんでした。
夕飯はもう食べちゃいました？
ええ、済ませてあります。
じゃあお酒の飲めるお店に行きましょうか。洋酒派？日本酒派？女の子のいる店といない店はどっちがいいですかね。
お構いなく。勤務中は飲みませんので。
Hearing that, the man that Ooshi had brought along bent backwards as he guffawed, clapping Ooshi on the shoulder.
ねえ、初々しい人でしょ。その分ちょっぴりサービスしてあげてくださいよ。あのお金は全部彼のお財布から出てるんですからね。
The man that Ooshi had brought seemed almost like a ticket scalper or a bookie, even his appearance was dubious. The informant grinned deviously.
おい坊主、
Sato?
お前旦那にいくら渡した？だいぶ途中でつまみ食いされてんぞ。
Have we seen Sato before? We've seen Kumagai, I think, right?
大石氏への仲介手数料も含めていますから、それも含んだ上です。
It seemed that the informant had expected a more extravagant reaction on my part. When I responded matter-of-factly, he realized that I was an entirely different type of person than he was. But rather than putting a distance between us, it seemed that I piqued his interest.
だから言ったでしょ。真面目な人なんです。でもね、赤坂さん。私たちのような職種の人間は豊富な社会経験がとても武器になるんですよ。
女の子がいてお酒が飲めるお店での経験がどう武器になるか疑問です。
The informant, unable to contain himself, was clutched at his stomach as he guffawed, heedless of the people watching.
いや、もう赤坂さんはいちいち察しがいいな。よっ、さすが高学歴。
大石さん、あなたどこかで飲んできましたね。酔っ払ってます。
オフタイムに飲んで何が悪いんですか。あなたは勤務中でも私はオフ。
Ooshi, who was the sort that fooled around to begin with, was such in a good mood I couldn't figure out a way to deal with him. Completely different than me, who had come worried about getting every bit of information I could. Ooshi-san, after taking so much money, you were supposed to get me information worth at least as much. I thought this, but then I realized that I was getting my information from the informant, so it didn't matter how drunk Ooshi was. It was nothing I could complain about, but I still felt slightly riled up. Ooshi and the informant, it was no doubt a fake name, but he introduced himself as Sato, led the way deeper and deeper into the back streets of the market district. Even though the market was bustling, a couple of turns off the main street and you were in a desolate alleyway. Ooshi started climbing a set of stairs on the side of a seedy building. There wasn't any sort of signage, so I couldn't tell if the place was open or if it was even a store at all.
安心してください。怪しい店じゃありませんよ。
Those words coming from Uishi's mouth had absolutely no credibility. Beyond the door was thankfully a typical Mahjong parlor. I was relieved that it wasn't a sort of suspicious place I had to be on my guard about.
はい、いらっしゃい。あら、大石さん、お久しぶり。こっち入ります？すぐ開きますよ。
いいえ、今日はセットですからいいです。お、待たせましたね。
Mahjong is a game played with 4 people. It seemed that the middle-aged man who was going to be our fourth had already arrived and was waiting for us.
遅えぞクラウド。
Kuraudo.
俺はもう消えろと思ってたんだから。
Ooshi made an excuse for why we had taken so long. Eventually, realizing that I was a new face, the other man grew interested.
彼は赤坂さん。東京からはるばる出張されてきた将来有望な新人さんです。
坊主、お前麻雀はできんのか？
まあ学生時代にそこそこに。
Sato and the old man cackled in unison. Cackled. Cackled. Their plot to sucker me out of my money was painfully obvious.
緊張続きの出張で疲れておいでだろうと思いましてね。一つ今夜は心の選択でもして差し上げましょうかと思いまして。
今さら野暮なことを聞きますが、私たち警察官ですよね。
まあそれはいい子なしで。なに 10歳にはかけるわけじゃありませんよ。この後いいお店に遊びに行くときに誰が全員分を払うのか決めるだけですって。
So my prediction for this is Ooshi will lose. No, don't underestimate Akasaka.
遊びに行く？どんな店に遊びに行くんですか？
Without reservation, the three of them started suggesting places like cabarets, high-class clubs, and even brothels. At the very least, they were the type of places that you couldn't go to with money that was just for funsies.
私のお金は先日大石さんに根こそぎ預けて支払いは不可能ですし、仕事の都合があるので長居はできないのですが。
じゃあ坊主が勝てばいいじゃねえかよ。
Just win, lol.
おめえが勝ったらこの雀荘の支払いはなしで、クラウドに仕事の話でも何でもすればいい。
No matter what happened, it seemed like they were intent on playing Mahjong for free. I would have fastened my resolve a bit. If I was going to underestimate like this, or I was going to be underestimated like this forever, it was going to get in the way of my work.
わかりました。では少しだけお付き合いします。私が勝ったらアフターの遊びは一切なしですぐに仕事の話に入ってもらいますからね。
いいですとも。
俺が勝ったらフラワーのブルーマーメイドに直行だからね。
おやっさんも好きだな。私はもちろん馴染みの店をはしごしまくりですよ。あけみちゃん。
Akemi-chan.
佐藤さんはどうします？
私は静かに飲めるお店でいいですよ。
静かにバニーさんとでしょ。
Bunny girl. They're also happy today.
この間飲みに行った時、あんたバニーさんの尻尾を引っこ抜いちゃったでしょ。あれ結局弁償だったの？
マスターに縫製代とか言われて一本ドンペリ開けられたな。
What a lively table this was. I could tell the other customers were glaring at us while we loudly continued our crude conversation. Speaking of which, the fact that they assumed I was the same was a bit disheartening. Ooshi had taken all the money I'd brought, so everything I had left was out of my own pocket. In addition, there wasn't that much left of that either. If I kept on hanging around him like this, through his goading, my wallet would disappear into the night. I had somehow win and return the conversation to my job. But these people, no matter how you looked at it, were pretty good. Sorry, Yuki. Honestly, it's funny because this is like the club games you play with Keiichi and the gang, right? But now we're playing with Ooshi and the gang. So yeah, it's quite funny. And the music as well. This music right now.
そんじゃこれでいいちっと。
Well, the old man and Sato-san probably won't fall for the silly Richi. I wonder if Akasaka-kun will spit out what I need.
クラウドのリーチなんざどうせこの辺だろ。この辺なら通るだろ。そりゃ。
Oh no! The old man's pretty good. He's quietly trying to use one of my safe tiles to complete his hand, isn't he? It seems that Akasaka-kun has at least learned the ropes when it comes to guarding against someone's Richi. But that will be his downfall.
どうした坊主。サクッと切らねえかい。よくわからなかったらクラウドと同じもんを切ってりゃ安全だぞ。
Oh, Akasaka-kun's really fretting over this one. It was glaringly obvious that he had a safe tile to discard, but he didn't want to throw it away because it would move him farther from completing his hand. They're so nice when they're so young and innocent. Come on, hurry up and throw out the kicker. If he gave me the winning tile, we'd be headed into an establishment where I could do all sorts of licking and sucking. Oh hell no. What? If he gives the old man his winning tile, we'd be headed straight to the place with maids and bloomers.
これは通りますか？
He looked up as hesitantly threw out a tile that was, oh, too bad.
おいおい、危ねえパイだぞ。クラウド、通るのか？
いい、通りますよ。
It seems this time you were lucky. But as long as the round kept going, I could still win off the draw. But after that, Akasaka-kun managed to luckily avoid throwing any bad tiles, and somehow the round managed to end without anybody completing a hand.
Tenpai.
Tenpai?
Tenpai.
Jesus. Sato-san had keenly anticipated that two players were in reaching and had decided to play it safe. What a cool-headed way of playing. Now, let's see what kind of hand did Akasaka-kun have. When the round ends, with nobody winning in Mahjong, anybody in Tenpai has to show their hand. But if you're not in Tenpai, you have no obligation to reveal it. Your average beginner would normally show their hand even if they weren't in Tenpai, and start a commotion about how if this tile or that tile came, they would be in Tenpai. But they didn't. Being stingy?
どうだって坊主。ちょっと見せてみ。
Sato-san reached over to flip the hand that Akasaka-kun had casually placed face down. He was nowhere near Tenpai. Honestly, I've never understood how to play Mahjong. Like, I played Mahjong, I think, in a game, yes, in Yakuza. If you know Yakuza, right? There's some Mahjong there. I tried it because it was like part of a quest or something. Yeah, I couldn't understand it. Was Akasaka-kun totally bad at this after all? Right then, as the old man compared the tiles from Akasaka, a hand to the discard pool, a puzzled expression crossed his face.
坊主、おめえ、この辺りで張っとるだろ。どうして切った？
マンズの高いあたりが急に高騰しましたので抑えました。大石さんのリーチに対して安全性が高まったのにです。筋でさばけば無難なのにわざわざ抑えた方がいる。
おう、クラウドのテンパイなど鼻から論外っていうわけか？
相当高度な引っ掛けでなければ私の宝珠を期待したぬるめの手かと思って。それよりもダマで張ったあなたの方がとりあえずは問題でした。
いつテンパイしたのに気づいた？
この辺りですか。ノンタイムで4連続で切ってますよね。初めは食い替えかと思いましたが私をチラチラ見ていたので期待しているんだと気づきました。
Akasaka-kun, you...
赤坂さん、あんた麻雀始めてどのくらい？
高校から大学くらいまでの間しかやっていませんよ。さあ続けましょう。佐藤さんはテンパイしなかったから流れて次は私ですね。おや。
It seems like Akasaka-kun is really aware of how the game flows. We thought we were just going to eat him alive, but it looks like that isn't going to be so easy. Oh,
大石さん、想図が濃いですね。
he's very serious. Look at this.
回しますか。
He has these red eyes.
この坊主。クラウド、降りるな。
あと3つ。 いい灰が来ればな。佐藤さんはうまくいきそうです。
くそ、食いたんで引きずり下ろすか。
Cheap Tanya.
チーだ。
チーですか。じゃあすみません。それポンです。
Whoa, now going to call three of a kind after he declared a straight? Trying to override and interfere.
坊主、おめえ離れしとるな。
まさか私が生まれる前から打ってるような方々とは比べようもないですよ。それです。どうも。トイトイ赤赤花さん。
He's winning.
親ですからね。ちょっぴり高いですよ。
くわっ。
赤坂さんやるな。こりゃ我々も本気を出さないとねえ。
本気のついでに展望も出してもらいましょうかね。私は眠いんで手っ取り早く終わらせます。
Akasaka-kun, this is somehow unreal. Before I could realize it, there was an ominous cold air emitting from beneath Akasaka-kun's feet.
ぬるいですね。マンズのリャンウーパーが笑ってませんか。
くしょう、坊主てめえ。
クラウド、お前差し込め。
Curado.
坊主の親、とっとと下ろすだ。
悔しいですが、どうやらそうした方が賢明なようですね。
出た。ローだ。太陽ドライチ。
すみませんね。頭っ鼻です。どうも。ピンフ。
頭っぱねだ。小僧のくせに。
小僧。小僧が相手だとバカバカしくて手を緩むってわけですか。じゃああんたその小僧以下ってわけですね。面白いなあ。あんたら連中は決まって小僧だ坊主だって言うよ。
あ、赤坂くん。赤坂くんですよね。なんだかムードが変わりまくりなんですかね。
私をかもって今晩はいいお酒を飲むおつもりだったんでしょうが、どうやら皆さんの当ては外れそうです。単品3色赤1ドラ1。
Red Dora and another Dora.
張ってやがったか。
だからあんたぬるいよ。いくらダマだからってこんなにぬるい3年なんだから読んでくれなくっちゃ。
Akasaka-kun chuckled as he rested his chin in his hands. That pose was so fitting, it was almost scary.
おいクラウド、話が違えぞ。初々しいカモがネギ背負ってきたって言ったのは誰だ。
I told you, man, don't underestimate Akasaka.
いや誰でしょうね。
おいさ、まずいよ。このままじゃ負けるよマジで。
Akasaka-kun, for you to make me get serious. Looks like you really want to be milk dry. Very nice CG art. Look at this.
ポン。気前がいいですね。もう一回ポンです。
Akasaka-kun was almost singing at this point. The tiles he had opened were all pin tiles. You can't be serious. Are you really going for the flush?
坊主、正気か。4つも晒したらおめえパイが1つだけじゃねえかよ。
そうですね。知ってます？短期待ちって一番読まれにくいらしいですよ。
バカかてめえ。そこまで染めて晒しといて今更出ると思うんじゃねえ。読めてますよ赤坂さん。それ均一でも本一でもないんでしょう。4つポンした時点でトイトイは成立してますからね。あんた今絶好の単独トップ。こいつは均一と見せかけでトイトイで食おうという挑発手でしょう。
そう思うならピンズ切ってみます。大石さんの肺の左5つ、さっきから切り損ねてるピンズですよね。それを端から順に切ってみたらいいんじゃないですか。
You must be joking. Is he a Mahjong god? If not, he had to be the main character of a manga or something. I mean, he is the main character of this chapter though. At the moment, the old man sent me a sign under the table. The message was simple and clear.
やれ、叩き潰せ。
こんな若い子に様は好きじゃないんですがね。
あほ、ここまで舐められて今さら引けるか。
もう知りませんよ。ではどうぞ。
行くぞ坊主。リーチだ。オープンで行くぞ。ピンズの一数値待ちだ。
Most likely, the tile that Akasaka-kun was waiting for was one of those tiles. With this, Akasaka-kun was no longer capable of winning the hand. When I drew from the wall, I switched out the tile that Akasaka-kun would draw. The tile that I put in was the number 1 pin, one of the tiles that the old man was waiting on. Akasaka-kun discarded it a little while ago, so there was no threat of it being the one he needed.
おい、坊主の番だぜ。
I knew he was troubled that the tile he drew was the number 1 pin. Of course, he couldn't discard it.
坊主、分かってると思うが、オープンリーチに振り込んだら100万払いだぜ。
言われるまでもありませんよ。
The tile that came from Akasaka-kun's hand was an honor tile. Ain't that something? There's only one north wind tile left, isn't there? You were counting on a really rough wait, weren't you? But with this, Akasaka-kun's fate was decided.
カズ、命拾いしたな。だが、手配は1名だ。逃げきれなくなることもあるんじゃねえのか。
やっぱりそういうことか。
Why is Akasaka so cool? This is just a game of Mahjong. What the hell? Akasaka-kun glared at the old man with a discerning eye. This guy had pretty good instincts. Did he figure out we were cheating?
やめましょうよ、やっさん。赤坂君の方が2、3枚は上手です。
バル、ここまで来てやめられるか。次行け、使わせちまえ。
The next tile Akasaka-kun would draw was a 7 pin. With that, it would be settled. No matter which one he discarded, he'd play right into the old man's hand. An unavoidable full payout. When I drew my tile, I sneakily swapped Akasaka-san's. What? Akasaka-kun suddenly sneezed, collapsing the wall of the tiles in front of him.
おいおい、何やってんだ。
すみません。 ついくしゃみをした拍子に山を崩しちゃって。バップ払いですね。親だから4000オールですか？それともバップは積み棒に？
Unable to hold back, I guffawed. Guffawed? Akasaka-kun, knowing he was going to be cornered a second time and unable to escape, he took the drastic measure of knocking over his own wall.
やるなあ坊主。役満払いをそう言ってて防ぐとはな。ガッハハハハ。
大石さんもそんな見え見えの積み込みは勘弁してください。これが馬場なら今ので卓をひっくり返してたところですよ。
いえいえいえいえいえいえ、すみませんすみません。あなたを侮っていましたよ。あなたどうしてお強いじゃないですか。
正直に話さんかい。若い頃はだいぶ慣らしたんだろ。
早稲田高田の馬場あたりでだいぶ遊ばせてもらいました。ちょっと勝ちまくりすぎて馴染みの店に出禁を食らいまして、今の家内にだいぶ怒られて足を洗ったんです。
勝ちまくりすぎて？あんた当時はどのくらいの勝率でやってたの？
メンツにもよりましたが、歌舞伎町あたりで打つときはほぼ負けなしでした。特に相手があれ系の人のときは命かかってましたからね。
20 times? What kind of stakes were those? Did you have a Yakuza at your table? Or pro baseball players?
なんだなんだ。クラウド。このタク。
You buffoon.
お前どっからこんなプロ雀士みたいなの引っ張ってきたんだ。
But yeah, they're professional. They're like professional Mahjong players, right? I think so, right?
もうやめだやめ。
I think I watched an anime back then. Not really watched, just a little bit. I think it was called Saki or something. And yeah, it was about Mahjong and something. Or something like that, right?
ああもう。坊主。おめえの勝ちだ。
It was like a high school girl, I think, and then she was playing Mahjong professionally, if I'm correct.
こうさんこうさん。
ありがとうございます。光栄です。
いやいや。しかし赤坂さん、あんた打つと性格変わるね。なんで就職なんかしたの？あんたならフリーで十分に飯食っていけるじゃない。
プロ雀士には腕と月の両方が必要なんですよ。私には後者がありませんでしたから。
好きなんてその時の運不運だろ。あんたほどの腕があれば十分にいけると思うがな。
波の月じゃダメなんですよ。関したら3回に1回くらいはそのままカンドラが4つ乗ってここぞという時に狙ってリンシャンが引ける。そのくらいじゃないと。
赤坂君、そんなのが頻繁にできたらそれはもう超能力者ですよ。
いえ、イカ様でも超能力でもなく、そのくらいの打ち手は結構いるんですよ。新宿で知り合った泣くたびにドラが乗りまくる雀士なんか鬼のように強かったですし、横浜で打ったプロなんかは当たり前のように一発で引き当ててましたからね。私にはああいう月がないんです。
What type of folks were those? They weren't named Ryu or Satoshi by any chance. Satoshi.
というわけで総合トップは私でよろしいですね。
へいへいへい、乾杯でございますよ。
負けた負けた。久しぶりに大負けだ。
しかし打ってる時の坊主気合入ってたな。結構怖かったぜ。
Yeah, it was very serious. He was so cool and kind of scary.
よく言われます。自分ではそんなに目つき変えてるつもりはないんですがね。そんなに怖い目になってましたか？
The three of us nodded emphatically in agreement. So that was Akasaka-kun, the Mahjong prodigy. Before he goes home from his assignment, maybe I could have him go play at a high-stakes table in my place. But it's not good to get greedy.
じゃあ仕方ないや。約束です。夜の学習会はこれでお開きにしましょう。申し訳ありませんね、おやっさん。今夜はこれでお開きです。
しゃあねえな。消えて寝るわ。体力つけんと体が持たん。
お仕事が大変なんですか？
ああ、おやっさんはひなみ沢ダムの第一工区の監督さんなんです。
Oh, he's the foreman. Didn't that foreman die? Oh, hell no.
住民とは連日小競り合いをしてますからね。しんどい商売ですよ。
来年
Hmm.
あたり第二工区も任されちまうかもしれねえな。黒田さん、血圧上がりまくりって聞いたしよ。
Damn. There's no next here for you, sir.
身が持たねえや。
おやっさんなら大丈夫でしょう。あなた、見た目よりも面の皮厚めですしね。
俺だって仏じゃねえからな。腹渡にくり返るときあるぞ。特に園崎のあの小娘は我慢がならん。あいつの顔面いつか簡単には治らんくらいに歪ませたろって思ってる。
まあまあまあ。でも給料はいいんでしょ？かなり破格の給金だって聞きましたよ。
おっとりめえだ。あんなに世知辛い職場で給料が安かったら誰も残らんよ。あ、クラウド。警察はいつになったら村の人間全部追っ払ってくれるんだ。国から立ち退き命令とか出てるんだろ？
ねえ、どうなってるんでしょうね。
The old man who identified himself as a foreman of the Hinamizawa Dam spewed a few complaints until he felt better about it, then left quietly. But damn, though, it was actually surprising. Yeah, he was a foreman?
じゃ、行きましょう。あとは佐藤さんに任せますかね。
大石さんは帰られるんですか？
私が一緒でもお邪魔しちゃうだけでしょ。それに佐藤さんの仕事を買ったのはあなたです。私は対価を払ってませんからね。
Oh, Wishi-san was kind of sketchy, but he was strangely conscientious about some things. I felt quite a bit of a gap between myself and Wishi-san's generation from that part of him I didn't comprehend.
じゃあ坊主。いや、ジャンシ様にもう坊主なんて言えねえな。
Mr. Mahjong.
赤坂くんでよかったっけ？
Respect. Just like a GTA mission.
はい。
じゃあ赤坂くん、行こうか。
では赤坂さん、また何か困ったことがあったらいつでも頼りに来てくださいね。
大石さんにお支払いできるような対価はもう持ってませんよ。
んじゃ、今度の勝負で少し手加減してもらえたらチャラにしますよ。
Uishi, seemingly still not having had this feel of playing around, but without overstaying his welcome, disappeared into the night. That was pretty fun though, even though I didn't understand Mahjong. Yeah, Akasaka was pretty cool there. Yeah, being very serious, and we had a CG of him, right? Like that. That was very nice. But yeah, we'll take a break here. We'll talk with Mr. Informant next time, right? But it was also nice that we saw the not technically we saw because he didn't have a sprite, right? But yeah, the foreman, the one or the first one who was gonna die, right? It was him. He was, I guess, close with Ooshi, playing Mahjong and stuff like that. That was a nice add, I mean, to that scene there. It was unexpected, honestly, when we said foreman. Damn, I was like, oh, it's him. He's the first victim, right? That was pretty cool. So yes, we had fun with this Mahjong tonight, or tonight, in this episode, I mean. We're gonna continue this and do more of Higurashi When They Cry, Chapter 4, Himatsubushi in the next one. So I'll just see you then, guys. Bye bye.